What Happened on Monday is the original sci-fi film from director Tommy Wirkola, who brought us Dead Snow and Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Now, if you're a horror fan, you probably love the former and hate the latter. I actually think Hansel and Gretel is a pretty fun pile of movie garbage, so I was looking forward to his next project and pretty interested with this film. I really like Noomi Rapace, I like sci-fi films, it seemed interesting and exciting. And once Netflix acquired it, I thought, awesome, I don't have to pay extra to see it because I've already got Netflix. So if you don't know what this film is about, I'll give you a quick rundown. In a future society where birth rates are out of control, families are restricted to one child per household. Well, Willem Dafoe ends up with 7 septuplet daughters on his hands and conveniently names them for each day of the week and allows them to go outside and take on the identity of one singular person on their day of the week. Otherwise, the rest of them are living in hiding because he can't get rid of his daughters. He's, of course, got to keep them alive. And then as they're adults, they're continuing to live their lives, holed up inside, and they're all different individuals. And Noomi Rapace does a great job at inhabiting 7 different characters and making you feel for all 7 in different ways. She is just incredible. I really like her, and this was such a good platform for her to just really shine. Now, what happens in this film, and I have to say, do not watch the Netflix trailer because I watched it just before watching the film to hype myself up, and I was very disappointed to find that it got spoiled a lot of the goods. All you really need to know is that one day, one of the sisters goes missing. Monday just vanishes. What the hell, right? And so the other 6 sisters are left trying to figure out what happened, and what are they going to do? Is she dead? Even so, if she is, then how are the 6 of them going to continue living without having that identity? And things get way more interesting from there, I have to say. This film was pretty thrilling. There was more action than I expected. I know the director described this as a 1990s Paul Verhoeven film, and I gotta say, it really had kind of the vibe of like Total Recall, Basic Instinct, mashed weirdness of that. But in this film, the tone is just interesting, and there's this constant threat, and there's plenty of action driving things forward, and it's all interesting. I really don't want to spoil anything about it because I just think the less you know, the better, as always, but especially with this film. Throughout, we have some flashbacks with Willem Dafoe raising his daughters, and you get some bond there, and things actually really, I think, come to play in an interesting manner later on. It's not just like, oh, look, what a setup. Glenn Close plays our big bad who seems to be in control of all the bad guys coming after these sisters, but the real villain is revealed later on, and there was a twist. I didn't quite care for it. I didn't love it, but I can get behind it and respect it for what it is, and I think overall it happened to be an entertaining film. It's a little long at just over 2 hours with credits, but it's decent. It's good. It is what it needs to be, and I found it to be quite an entertaining watch. It gets the Netflix gem stamp from me, and I give What Happened on Monday a 3 out of 5. If you have Netflix, I suggest you give it a shot. If you like sci-fi, go for it. I think this film has been the year has been interesting for sci-fi, and this is one of the good additions. So if you are interested, give it a watch. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching.